I'm Madhurika. I'm from Bhimvaram. I'm currently pursuing second year of BTech in the stream of AML in Vishnu Institute of Technology. Here I'm explaining the concept about objects in JavaScript. Objects in JavaScript are a fundamental data structure used to store collection of data as key value pairs. Keys are strings or symbols, and values can be any data type, including functions or other objects. Objects represent entities with properties and behaviors. Here, the example constant person, name Anu, age 20. And next, creating, accessing, and manipulating objects. And first, creating an object. You can creating an object using their either the object literal syntax or the new object syntax. The most common method is the object literal. And the example constant person name Anu age 20. And next accessing properties. You can access objects properties using dot notation or bracket notation. And the example we can print person dot name and person age and the final output is name Anu and age 20 and modifying properties. You can update existing properties by directly assigning a new value or using bracket notation. And here the example person dot age equal to 31, person of name equal to Ramu, and we can print the person dot age, person dot name, and the final output is age 31 and name Ramu. And next key features. Key features like nested objects and methods. And first, nested objects. Objects can contain other objects as values, enabling hierarchical structures. And the example is constant person, name Anu, and we can give the address, street, and city, and we can print the person address. And the final output is city, New York. And next, methods. Functions defined with within an object are called methods and are used to represent behaviors. And the example constant person name Anu greet function and we can print hi plus this dot name and the final output is hi and name Anu. And the next concept is functions in JavaScript. What are functions and why they are important? Functions are blocks of code designed to perform specific tasks. They, they take input, execute a sequence of statements, and get return a results. Functions are crucial for improving code modularity, reusability, and readability. They help to provide repetition, encapsulate logic, and make perform programs easier to debug and maintain. And declaring function. Declaring functions can be divided in different ways. Function declaration. The most traditional way to define the function in JavaScript is using a function declaration. This form is hosted, meaning it can be called before its definition in the code. And here the example is function greet and we can print hello and the final output is hello. And next function expression. Function can also be defined as expressions typically assigned to variables. These functions are not hosted, meaning they must be declared before calling. And here the example constant greet equal to function and we can print hello and the final output is hello. And next concept is arrow functions. It can has shorter syntax. Introduced in ES6. Arrow functions are more concise and make and have lexical this. It means they inherit this from the surrounding context. And here the example constant greet equal to and parenthesis equal to greater than and we can print hello, and the final output is hello. And the next concept is this in functions. The value of this determined by a how a function is called. It refers to the object that owns the function. It can have irregular functions. This refers to the global objects or undefined in. And here the example function grid. We can print this, and it is a global object. And next, in object methods. This refers to the object that calls the method. And here the example constant person name Anu greet function, and we can print this dot name, and it is a person object, and the final object is Anu. And next, in arrow functions. Arrow functions do not have their own this, they inherit it from their surrounding context. And here the example is constant person name Anu, and we can print name, and the final output is undefined. It refers to the global object, not person object. And next concept is difference between var, let, and constant. Var scope. Var is scope function scoped or globally scoped. Redeclaration. It can be redeclared and updated within the same scope without errors. Hosting. Var declaration are hosted to the top of the scope but are initialized with undefined. Here the example is var x equal to 10, var x equal to 20. We can print x and the output is 20. And next, let. Scope. Let is block scoped, meaning it is limited to the block in which it is declared. Redeclaration. It cannot be redeclared within the same block. Hosting. Let is hosted but not initialized, so accessing it before its declaration results in a reference error. Here the example is let x equal to 10, let x equal to 20. We can print the x and the final output is 20. And next, constant. Scope. Constant is blocked, scoped like let. Redeclaration. It cannot be updated or redeclared within the same scope. Hosting. Constant is hosted but must be initialized during declaration, otherwise a syntax error occurs. And here the example x equal to 10, x equal to 20. We can print x and the output is 10. And the next concept is JavaScript modules. Importance of modules. Modules help organize and reuse code, keeping application maintainable and avoiding global variable conflicts. Using ES modules. Exporting share functions or variables. Here the example export function add a comma b return a plus b, and export constant pi equal to 3.14. And importing using them in other files. Here the example import add comma pi, and we can print add 2 comma 3 and the output is 5, and we can print pi and the output is 3.14. ES modules are typically used for better organization, especially in larger applications. Recording delete అయిపోతుంది. No, no, no.